many days a week are you guys doing the 5 a.m.s?
We normally do those 3 days a week. Normally Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And yeah, we've been doing those for, the whole last school year. And then we're 4 or 5 weeks into this school year. So.
And so you, at any given morning, there's like a squad of dudes in the basement of your house, right?
Yeah. So 4:55 rolls around. I unlock the door, turn the lights on, and there's anywhere from 12 to 15 guys out there waiting at the door, and they're ready to go.
And who are some of the names that might pop in there on a given day?
Sam Herring, obviously everybody knows that. Oh yeah, Sam Herring's in the house. Eli, his brother. We got Devin Magro, who comes a lot. Owen McMullen, Tommy Verrett, Jax Forrest. A lot of these guys are on the rankings. Obviously, my brother comes in a lot. The Gibsons will pop in here and there sometimes. They do a lot of, they live a little bit farther away. They're about 20 minutes from my house. So to catch the bus sometimes it's difficult for them, but they pop in here and there. And then we have the Pensiero brothers, and I'm sure I'm forgetting people. I'm trying not to, but we got a lot of up and comers, a lot of younger guys that'll be coming up through the ranks here soon.
And the mat isn't that big. So are you guys doing like calisthenics on the side while some guys are on the mat?
Yeah. So last year we were all able to go on the mat, which was great.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of people coming this year. So what we do is we do normally a half-hour wrestling on the mat. And then I have like a little mini gym down there, basically surrounding the mat. So we have half the guys, doing lifting and things like that. So it's a really good setup, half hour, and it's a good workout.
And what are you focusing on when you go in there? And are you leading it, or is your pops leading it?
So we have written up workouts for every day, what 5 lifts we're going to do, or, whatever, 5 drills, play wrestling. One day's, hard play wrestling. One day's just drilling, or one day's maybe a grinder, you go straight, live and hand fighting for a half hour. But, we have our plans down there. We have 2 sheets of paper for the weeks and things, but my dad, he runs it and he gets his run in as we're wrestling and lifting. So
it's so cool. And I love how, I'm from Illinois. People hate hearing me say that, but big takedown cut state. You're in the land of the writers out there. And I heard that your dad, and maybe it's someone else who gave him this idea, but your dad essentially does 2 days a week. You guys only go on the mat and there's no on the feet. Is that right?
Yep. That's 100% true. Obviously I'm in Pennsylvania and we're a big top and bottom state. So he does focus a lot on top and bottom as well. We make a big emphasis on, being able to turn a guy.
So will you not even drill like high C's, singles, nothing on those days, right?
Most of the time we'll go straight top and bottom, or we'll do transitions, especially if it's freestyle. At Greco, we'll do a lot of transition things, but yeah, there's a lot of focus on top and bottom.
That is awesome. I don't know many clubs that do that. A lot of them just, you start on your feet, and then by the time you get to drill on top and bottom, it's an afterthought, but that's a priority for you guys.
Yeah, it is. It's 2 days a week, and then normally we go 2 to 3 days a week on our feet. So about even with the focus level.
And how often are you going to Young Guns?
So I go there Mondays and Wednesdays. So I'll be there, I was there tonight, and then I was there on Monday. So Coach Strimatter normally runs Monday, and then Coach John normally runs it on Wednesday. So, we get a good mix of both of them. And then they run a lot of camps as well. This weekend they have their Super 32 preparatory camp. So I'll be up there all weekend. But, they're running a lot of camps. But during the season, I normally go 2 days a week.
2 days a week. And let me ask you this. Couple rapid fire. What is the compound?
So the compound is my dad's business. He opened about 3, 4, maybe 5 years ago. It's for basic strength. And basically what we do, we run right before Young Guns on Mondays and Wednesdays. And then we offer a lot of other different classes. We do powerlifting, and that's a little bit of CrossFit as well. There's a bunch of jiu-jitsu, and that's where we run Ranger Pride out of as well, is at the compound. And during COVID, Young Guns actually had to run their sessions out of the compound as well. But it's just a strength place, and my dad opened for me and the teammates to, go and get a good lift in.
Now, will you do that even if you do the lift in the basement in the morning?
So yes, basically we do, we do 5 a.m.s 3 days a week. And then on Mondays and Wednesdays, we have the compound session right before Young Guns. So yeah, we'll do it those days. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have Ranger Pride, normally into either a power lift or a CrossFit.
And Ranger Pride, not to confuse people, but that's like the school. That's the club tied to your school that you go to?
Yeah, that's basically it. It's a little confusing, but yeah, it's not like a different club from Young Guns or anything. It's just we run on the opposite days of Young Guns, and it's basically for our school guys.
Because essentially, your dad is coaching at where you're going to go to high school already, right?
Yeah, he is. He took over the junior high and high school teams this year.
And what high school is that for folks who are going to want to be following you in the years to come?
That is Bishop McCourt. We're double A.
How many divisions in PA?
There's 2.
So you're in the big one?
We are actually in the smaller.
The smaller one.
Yeah, our school's not that big. It's not like inner city or anything. So.
Okay. So so like, is Sam going to go to that high school too?
Oh yeah. We got a slew of guys. So right now, ranked high school wise, we have 5 that were ranked today on Willie's. I was ranked. Mason Gibson was ranked 1 as well. So we have 2 number 1s. Eric Gibson is going to our high school. I think he's like 6, maybe 5. We have Sam Herring, who I think was 18-ish, and then Jax Forrest, who was number 8 on those rankings currently. But we got a bunch of studs coming, and we're right now we're a young team. We got a lot of 7th, 8th graders and rising 9s. So.
But these are national rankings, right? These aren't like PA rankings.
Yeah, these are the national rankings.
Woo!
We got a lot of guys that were at Fargo and stuff, so we're gonna be pretty stacked someday.
Man, that's where like the momentum started this summer with all the awesome wrestling. It was like Fargo. That was a great week. Sam did great. There was so many good matches. Eric Larkin's son from Arizona was a lot of fun to watch. And then we rolled right into the cadet worlds, man. That is just, God, that was so fun to watch. What are your memories of that now that we're a couple months removed?
Man, so Fargo was right before Worlds. So we actually went out 5 days early to Worlds with the freestyle team. They do their camp to acclimate with the time zones and everything like that. They want us ready to go. So we went out 5 days early, got a really awesome camp in. I learned so much. I think without that camp, I don't know if I would have made as much or even won the Worlds I did, because that camp, I learned so much. I learned, a lot of stuff on defense, a lot of chasing the corner and things like that. We had Coach KJ out there, Coach Reeder from Wisconsin, Lee Pritz was out there. Can't forget Coach Rob was out there, but we had a lot of great coaches out there, showing stuff. So I think that camp was really important. And during that camp, every night, it was actually like 10, 11, 12 a.m., 11 p.m. I'd be watching Fargo and Sam and the Gibsons and all the guys back home. But so I was watching Fargo leading up to Worlds. And then they got to watch me at Worlds. So that was a really cool experience.
For sure. And it was awesome. And I'm just curious, kind of off topic, you mentioned you were watching Fargo. Are you someone like Yanni who watches a lot of matches on YouTube, like a lot of foreigners?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm huge on that. I think the first time I watch something, it's as a fan, cheering on a guy, or if it's a teammate, really, hoping that he wins at things, or just watching for fun. But then I think the second time, I'm like Yanni and I'm watching for techniques or strategies or anything like that, simple little moves that they're hitting and stuff. But yeah, so I definitely watch a lot of the foreigners.
Who are some of the guys you've watched the most, or some of the most influential on your game over the years?
I love watching the Russians. Bajrang from India, he's huge. A lot of the Cubans as well. I just really like to watch as many people as possible, but the Russians are huge. Uguev is super tough, and someday that's it's probably the weight that I'll be. So I just seeing how he wrestles and how he does things is really cool. But I watched a lot of the cadet worlds leading up to when I went there, and I was definitely ready to go, and I visualized a lot. So I felt like I've been there before, but hopefully it feels like that, because I visualize the Olympics a lot, and I see myself there. So I like to be there before I'm actually there, if that makes sense.
Dude, you said the V word, visualize. I go crazy for that kind of stuff. What's your routine? Like, do you put it this way, when you're visualizing it, do you see like yourself wrestling someone else, or is it like first person and you're seeing it through your own eyes?
So I visualize twice a day, sometimes 3 when I have time at school, but on my way to school, my dad, we turn the radio off and things, and I just visualize on the way to school. We have about a 15-minute drive, so I'm visualizing there. And then I always visualize before I go to bed. I think that's really big too, because then, you're thinking about it, you're dreaming about it and things like that. So, but really I visualize, I see myself, I picture it in my head, and I just see myself there thinking about how the match is going to go, how I'm going to prepare, how the weight cut's going to go, how the event's going to look, the podium. I stood on the podium and listened to the national anthem about 100 times before I even did it in real life, and ran the flag and things like that. But I think that I definitely see myself there, before I'm there.
And for like right now, what's your next big event? Super 32?
Yeah, that's a big one.
So are you visualizing that? Or are you thinking about the Olympics when you're going to school?
A little bit of both. I like to visualize the next upcoming current thing, and then the main goal, the big main goal at the end as well. But definitely visualizing a lot of Super 32 and, winning that high school belt.
And do you have like domestic competition that's going to push you to the limit, or do you have to get back to the worlds?